The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy. It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and germs and bald-headed worms? Welcome into another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I'm your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my video a watch and a listen. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all of the social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, a song, a video, something you want me to check out, you can hit me up with a direct message or leave it in the comment section below. If you are going to leave it in the comment section below, just do me a favor, read through. If somebody's already made your suggestion, leave a like on their comment and an I concur below it. I can put it in the handy-dandy notebook, and we can put it on the schedule for me to do. Before we get started, I do want to say thank you to those that make the Wild Side possible. That would be Aspen Dental, Connect 200, and Music to See. Without them, I wouldn't be here. And more importantly, without you, I wouldn't be here. And really, before we get started, I do want to take a second to say thank you to everybody who reached out after I published my last video detailing some of the personal things I've been dealing with lately, which is why I haven't been making videos. I want to say thank you to everybody who has reached out with their kindness and their condolences. I made the comment is it's not just a pet, it's not just a cat, it's not just a dog. Anytime someone says that, I always respond with, yeah, well, they've made 3 John Wick movies out of it was just a dog. So it's never just a pet. So I want to say thank you to everybody, not only for reaching out and showing me kindness, but sharing your stories with me to let me know that, you know, I'm not alone out there. And you have to understand, I have spent 30 years in corporate radio. And if you're not on the billboard, that means shut up and go read the liner and play the hit. These people aren't listening to you. So it is still uncomfortable for me to receive a lot of attention. So I appreciate that, personal attention. Anyway, so today we're going to get to a video that was suggested in the comment section of my previous video about the, hey man, we'll be ready for you. We'll be here for you when you're ready to do another video. But if you're going to do another video, you need to check out the new song from Floor Jansen. She's released it on the 25th. It is available for download and all of the platforms. I'll link everything below. Today we're going to check out the latest from Floor Jansen, her solo project. This is called Fire. Let's check it out.
Muted are the days we lost our will, frozen in a whirlwind that stands still. Time itself is silent, the silence. Longing for some warmth back on our face, find a way to get out of this maze. Scream away the silence, the silence.
One of the things I really love about Floor Jansen is she comes right in. A lot of times when you're talking about lead singers of bands, sometimes they'll ramp things. They ramp it up, right, where they start, and then they go into their register. I love how this is what shows her dominance. This is her marking her territory, if you will. I love how she just comes right in, clear and wide and thick and rich. There's a great texture to her voice, even though it's airy, right? The color spectrum that her voice is creating right from the get-go is bright and it's airy and it's filled with all of the proper mixture of colors in your audio spectrum. Real rich.
The silence, frozen.
So when she comes in, it's right there. I love that about her.
Muted are the days we lost our will, frozen in a whirlwind that stands still. Time itself is silent, the silence. Longing for some warmth back on our face, find a way to get out of this maze. Scream away the silence, the silence. Shadows all around us, satellite the dark.
Great control.
Fire, the pounding of our hearts. Fire.
I don't think you... that's a tone change right there. I like that. That's really good. So here we are in this bright and airy part of it. This uplifting, spiritual part of it. Then it gets a little adult. The tone gets a little different here. I like that. It's a good change.
Give this heat a voice and raise it high. No more smoldering ashes of wet bodies. Keep the fire glowing and burning. Shadows all around us.
Great blend. So when she's going in one direction with her tone and her mood, the music is sort of going in the opposite direction. So when she drops down into that more serious tone, the music becomes light and airy. When she goes back into that light and airy thickness that she has, the music changes back into that more adult tone. This is a really well-constructed song. Not too difficult, but well-constructed. Nice. Good tune. Really well done. That was Fire by Floor Jansen, lead singer of Nightwish, released on the 25th of this month. And I'll link everything below so you can get the links to the songs and everything. I got to tell you, that was not a departure. That's not what I'm saying. That was a different type of song that just showcased how capable Floor Jansen is of singing anything. Again, I'm sure if I gave her some reggae, she'd be more than willing to do that. First, I want to talk about the construction of her vocals in this song. That I talk about this in previous videos. I always stress tone, familiarity. What these provide for you is comfort. It's really what this is all about. We are trained, we have trained ourselves through our tastes, through our preferences, certain tones and moods and aspects of songs that draw us to that. And what these tones and moods do is provide us comfort, a security blanket. And Floor Jansen's voice is a comfortable blanket that can wrap you in that security while taking you through a song. Regardless of what the song's meaning is, regardless of her interpretation of it, when you're listening to Floor Jansen, you feel very safe. So even though she may be going in places where others cannot go or dare not go, you don't worry about it. So I really like how the song starts off really light, really airy, very effervescent in her vocals and the music that matched it. So there was no dichotomy of tone. But then somewhere in the song, somewhere around the second verse, that kind of shifted, and I like that. I like how the song shifted to where the music became the effervescent brightness in the color spectrum, and her voice and the lyrics brought in a different, more serious tone to the song, if you will. And then that time change, really good time change right there towards the end, where it brings it up into the crescendo, and then it finishes out with that finishing chorus. Again, while she's singing in one tone, the music is creating a different tone, and then when the music, then they kind of switch, and I really like that. I think I want to say a couple of things, and I don't want the gatekeepers to get mad at me. And we all know who the gatekeepers are. The gatekeepers are the people in the comment section that turn off other people from enjoying music. These are gatekeepers. And I don't want to hear from you. I really don't. I don't want people to be upset in the future if Nightwish doesn't play Floor Jansen songs. I really need you people to wrap your head around that. If you want to, this is a great tune, and it should be done live. I can't wait to see it done live. But you can't expect it. If it's done, awesome. If they do this track, that's really cool. But I don't want to hear Nightwish fans upset that Nightwish didn't perform Fire when they... I just don't want to hear that. I really don't. What I like about this song, I want to put on my program director's hat here, my music director's hat, excuse me. I'll put that on for you. If I'm sitting in an office somewhere and this song comes across my desk, I'm adding it. This is a great mainstream song. And I really want everyone to hope that it does that. I want you to do that because this will open the door. This will open the door for her entire catalog. Everything about her will suddenly become that. This is, it really reminds me of Ann Wilson, of Belinda Carlisle, of these singers who are established in a band and then they go out and perform solo away from the band, and they're still awesome. They're still awesome, but they sound different because they're not singing someone else's stuff interpreted through their voice. They're singing themselves. So it does have a little bit different of a sound to it. And Floor Jansen has grown. She's had relationships. She's had children. She's experienced life at an advanced level. And that's going to come through in her tone, her disposition, the imagery, the symbology of the video. Everything is going to be a little different than what some people may be accustomed to hearing. But I think this is a fantastic mainstream song right here. And again, if I were the music director of an active, I think this would fly on active rock. I would have to day part it during the day. I don't really know. I would need something heavier for nighttime. But I'm sure it's on the record, so I'm sure there would be another one. But this is a great wedge tune. And when I mean wedge your foot in the door. This is a great wedge song. This would be the perfect song to introduce the world that didn't know about Floor Jansen to Floor Jansen, thus tangentially introducing them to Nightwish and after all of it. So this is a great wedge song. I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised in any way, shape, or form that she's able to perform this way. It's not a complicated tune. There's not a bunch of holopainen stuff involved with time change and polyrhythms or anything like that. It's her, music, that's it. So it's straightforward. It's a straightforward, mainstream, great tune. So I would be adding it on an active rock during the day. An adult alternative, absolutely. Even an adult contemporary, I'll be honest with you, this is a song that could be played on 4 different types of radio stations here in the U.S. And if there's any program and music directors out there, I highly recommend you chuck that on there. Just to let it run, see how it plays, but I think you're going to get a good response from it. Again, adult contemporary, adult alternative, AAA alternative, an Americana that would sound good on, an active rock it would sound good on. So again, now it's up to promotion, now it's up to marketing, now it's up to relationships that A&R people have with programmers and presidents of programming and corporate radio, stuff like that. But this is a great tune, great song, without a doubt. Again, it's Floor Jansen, so I think her worst we would still put up in the pantheon of some of the best. So I wasn't really too worried about it. I was surprised, not surprised, that it is as radio mass appeal as it is. I really kind of am. But that is what that song was. That was Fire by Floor Jansen. Again, thank you very much for the suggestions. If you have a suggestion, leave it in the comment section below or hit me up with a DM. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification button. Again, thank you to everybody for coming out and supporting and showing me some love and showing me some condolences and some appreciation and respect. I just can't thank you guys enough. So if you are going to make a suggestion, join the I Concur Army and just read through and make sure you're not hitting me up with redundancy. I do want to thank Aspen Dental Connect 200 and Music to See. They are those that make the Wild Side possible, and I wouldn't be here without you guys, of course. So thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.